fucking exhausted. I am stressed to the high heavens. I will just be so glad once it's over. In a hospital waiting room, especially A&E, not actually as the patient myself. This year has just been quite challenging. Learning to live with my partner, a fresh start. I'd actually like to write a book in 2026. It's not the content that I want to be doing. That's not the kind of life that I want. Hi everyone, so welcome back. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Chloe and I don't even know what this video is supposed to be. I just knew that I wanted to sit down and do a bit of an update, just chat the entire vlog. Don't worry, I'm gonna try and break it up a little bit with clips from other vlogs that I've done. For the most part, I'm just gonna be sat here chatting. I'm not doing anything else just because I kind of just want to get through this as quick as possible. I just kind of wanted to sit down and update you all on what has been going on recently. Also, I'm going to apologize in advance for my partner's snoring. There's nothing I can do to stop that, and for the most part in any vlog or video now where I'm filming at night especially, he is going to be sleeping and nothing wakes him. His alarm doesn't even wake him up when he's supposed to wake up in the morning, because it may or may not be 4 in the morning for me, and I'm only just filming this now. But honestly, that's just because I live a very chaotic life. It almost feels like for this kind of update I have to go back to the very beginning of this year, beginning of 2025. Also, if I'm looking down every so often, it's because I have a 3-page script in front of me. So beginning of the year, I don't know if many of you know this, but you probably do, because since the beginning of the year I have filmed and uploaded. I say filmed and uploaded. I have uploaded 11 videos for the entire year. So that works out to roughly a video a month, which obviously isn't ideal, especially with the way that the YouTube algorithm works. It isn't ideal. There was a time when I uploaded weekly, but it was a very long time ago, and my life is a lot different now to how it was back then. That was a good few years ago at this point, probably 3, 4, because I'm doing it based on when I finished college, the years I spent doing college. What year did I finish college? I feel like it must have been 2022. Because 2021 to 2022 academic year, I feel like is when I did my media course, which, yes, I think it was actually back then. I think I did do weekly vlogs. I'm not too sure. If it wasn't weekly, it was bi-weekly, and obviously back then my days were a lot more structured because of college. I'm an adult now, and I've realised that I don't really know how to do adulthood, how to navigate any of it really, and it's been since 2022 that I've been out of college and I'm still in my part-time retail job. I've been out of college for almost 4 years now, and I think it's pretty obvious that I really don't know how to look after myself properly, because let's face it, it's 4 in the morning. I say I'm wide awake. In a way, I am, but also I am fucking exhausted, and I'll get into that in a bit. I don't exercise as much anymore. I do sleep, just not conventional hours, because I've spent the last few years primarily working evenings, which has fucked my schedule right up, fucked up my body clock so much as well, to the point where I'm sleeping from 7 in the morning to about 2, between 2 and 3 p.m. is when I wake up. Even to the point where I'm still awake when my parents are going to work. That's definitely contributing to the problem that I've had this year. So the main reason why I actually really wanted to do this like update video is because I have made the decision that the vlogs I currently have in my backlog, I am not going to be editing and uploading, because at this point they just feel a bit outdated, because there are 3 of them and clearly at the moment it's taking me about a month to edit just one video, and my rambling certainly doesn't help either. I love talking, but it's not just that either, because I'm just dealing with a lot of stress at the moment because of it being like December, the lead up to Christmas. I have been next level stressed about it. Like I wouldn't be surprised if my mental health is starting to like manifest itself physically. This is one way that it is. I don't know if you can really see because of the lights that I've got on me, but yeah, I'm very spotty at the moment. A lot of hormonal spots, but I also wouldn't be surprised if I had like hypertension as well because of how much stress I've been in. I know things like that are not to be joked about really, but that is like the best way I can describe this like level of stress, because it's just so high that it's just ridiculous. Like and I feel like I cannot bring that stress down. I'm not even doing anything to get rid of the stress either. I'm just kind of letting it sit there, and that's not good, is it? Mentally, physically, emotionally, it's just not. I did have a breakdown over the weekend actually about it, but I'm okay now. But I wasn't on Sunday, because for me it's I was gonna say it's Wednesday, it's Thursday technically, but it feels like a Wednesday evening to me. And a lot of like my stress around this time of year, especially this year, is or has become financial. I don't really want to go into it too much. It's not something I really like talking about on here, but I think you can kind of see where it's going with the fact that we all know I still work in part-time retail and it doesn't pay the best. Especially with the hours I do 20 hours a week. I feel like I'm scrambling to get myself ready for Christmas. This year I've still got presents to buy, but like I'm having to wait for my next paydays because I get paid weekly, so there are still some things I need to get, which I will be able to get. But yeah, I've just been finding December and Christmas for me are stressful already, and enough as it is. This year just feels like a different level of that, like a much higher level, and I don't know why. I think the stress for me is like because of multiple like different things. Obviously the main being Christmas and like the financial aspect of it, but it's also just like the anticipation of the day itself. It's just a lot for me, and I've just always found it all very overwhelming. I am stressed to the high heavens, and I will just be so glad once it's over. I feel like the actual day for me isn't as stressful as the lead up. I think just this time around, well, it's probably every Christmas, but I just don't remember how stressful it actually becomes for me. But also the other part is like making sure I've got everyone's presents as well. My god, here's Snor's Aldone. I think it's also the fact that I'm still buying Christmas presents because I can't obviously buy them all in one go. I have to do it bit by bit, week by week, and then it's leaving me like broke by Monday each week. I get paid on Fridays. I'm then using my weekends to order or buy Christmas presents, and my money's gone by Wednesday at the latest. But then in a way that's kind of to be expected, because where I get paid weekly, it does kind of make sense. That's one of the other reasons why I'm so stressed out as well. Back to what I was saying about the vlogs in my backlog, because I don't know if I mentioned it, but there are 3 of them, and oh, actually there's technically 4 because I filmed one in November, but I am going to be editing and uploading that, and I'll be doing that, hopefully be getting that up by the end of the year, fingers crossed. But honestly, I feel like even if it's like a couple of weeks into January that goes up, don't care, because I will be doing my what I got for Christmas video as well. Probably won't be until January either, to be fair. So the first vlog technically in my backlog, I am going to be posting that November vlog, and then there's 3 others. The first one was back in September, so this was the first one that I filmed after the moving bedrooms vlog, which I not long posted. Actually at this point it's probably been like a month. I'm gonna have a look quickly. So I uploaded that one on the 12th of November. You're probably not really gonna be able to see it. So the first vlog I filmed after that was in September. It was literally just gonna be like an average week in the life in the new room, adjusting to it, getting used to it, you know, all that kind of stuff. And I filmed that from the 5th to the 13th of September. Honestly, it was just like a lot of writing, editing, and then I had a bit of time alone as well because my partner was at work. And then I even did a little like shopping haul at the end. And then the second and third vlogs were both filmed in October actually, because the first one was filmed from the 6th to the 12th, and then the last one was filmed from the 22nd to the 28th. Both of them again were just weekly vlogs. The first October vlog, I honestly have no clue what happened. I feel like it was quite an emotional one. It was very like emotion heavy because I think I was on my period at the time and I was just having a really rough time of it, and then I think I was just experiencing a lot of like intense emotions, and that is generally what happens. I get my period and I find it quite challenging to deal with my emotions. I have found though that I struggle more mentally on the week of my period than I do the week before. Don't get me wrong, I do experience like intense PMS just before my period, but I think where my hormone levels where they change so much over the span of like 2 weeks, my brain just doesn't like it, and it just takes me and my brain longer to adjust to all of the different hormonal changes. Back to the point, the first October vlog was very emotional, and then the last one I was a lot more regulated in actually. However, this was also the week that my partner got really ill towards the end of it. He was even sent home from work because he looked so bad. He looked awful. He could barely stand, and I remember this because it was a Saturday. I wasn't working. My plan was literally to just probably chill out and then go shopping in the evening. He had started feeling bad that week that I was actually filming. Like, he was getting like a cold, but then it got really bad on Friday because he basically got this headache that he just couldn't shake, that he couldn't get rid of, and painkillers were barely touching the sides of it. So because it was a Saturday and I wasn't working, he just spent the whole day sleeping, and I was there and able to like look after him, be there for whatever he needed. So he spent the whole day sleeping. I did go out shopping that evening, not just for things that I needed, but also he did also ask me to get some things for him that he needed for like helping with his cold, like more painkillers and whatnot. And I went shopping alone because there was absolutely no way I was letting my partner come with me, even if he had wanted to, which for the most part he never wants to come shopping with me, because I would say 95% of the time I just drag him along. Even did that last weekend, to be fair. So he just slept the entire day, and plus there's not much you can do when your partner's ill. They're just sleeping, like, you know. But then, like I said, he did start to get a headache on the Friday that he couldn't shake. He was in a lot of pain, even with taking painkillers. So he basically, I think Saturday, he just spent the whole day resting, sleeping, and then Sunday, what actually ended up happening was he had called 111 because his headache still hadn't gone. It started like Friday, so he called 111 because it was the weekend, and I had basically said to him, like, if this headache doesn't get any better, please call 111. So yeah, he had called 111. If you're not British or like you're not familiar with the number, it's basically like the non-life threatening injuries or like medical issues number that you can call like over the weekend. It's like, but it's like still somewhat urgent and can't wait to speak to a GP about. So it's like out of hours medical like information sort of thing, medical advice. So they had said to him that he could either get a prescription from them for codeine, but not like actual codeine, cocodamol. So basically codeine and paracetamol, or he could go to A&E because there could be something else going on, like a brain bleed. Yeah, imagine waking up and that's the first thing you hear over the phone because your partner decided to put the phone on speaker, and I must have been staring at the time. Yeah, needless to say, I jolted up out of bed and got myself ready to take him to the hospital. And to cut a long story short, we probably waited for like an hour and a half to be seen. They did a blood test, and apparently it was a good thing we went in. You know, bloody lucky that we went in that day, because even though it was a Sunday and there was a woman in there that had fallen off a horse and broken her leg, I feel like I've never really been sat in a hospital waiting room, especially A&E, not actually as the patient myself. It was a very odd experience. I think I've never been in that situation before. That's the first time I've ever not been a patient when I went to A&E with him that day, even though I spent the entire day not really taking care of myself. Like, I only had a coffee, I gave myself some food to eat, but like, I was too worried to drink my coffee to eat, and I should have done. And as I said, we were lucky that we went in that day, because it turns out from the blood test that he did that it wasn't just like a normal virus. Actually a bacterial infection, and it was like causing sinusitis, like a sinus headache. He had a bacterial infection and a sinus headache, and he looked like utter shit. He would probably even say that himself, to be fair. That's not me being mean. I didn't mean for it to come out that way, but yeah. But he's okay now. He's a lot better. All that happened after that was he was prescribed some antibiotics for like a week, and he got like some more rest, and I think after that week he was better. The antibiotics helped clear the bacterial infection and he quickly recovered. So he's feeling a lot better now. But those 2 weeks, oh my god, they did also like drain me as well. Those 2 weeks being in that hospital with him that day was, I think, the time I felt the most scared about him, if you can like understand what I mean. Like, I don't think I've ever felt like that, so helpless. I'm not going to get into this, I'm going to get emotional again. Basically, I got really emotional and down afterwards for that entire week after him having been to the hospital. I was just like so down about it because I just felt useless. Like, I didn't really know what to do, what I could do, when I know that all he really needed was me to just be there, and I was, but like, I wanted to be able to do more and I couldn't. But yeah, that was a very heavy week for me, couple of heavy weeks for me actually. But yeah, he's a lot better now. He's recovered. Let's hope nothing like that ever happens again. In all fairness, he has now got himself a new inhaler. But yeah, he's actually got like a new inhaler now as well, because he's asthmatic and hasn't had an inhaler for about a year or so, maybe even longer. Yeah, my shoulder's bothering me. This shoulder, I'm not even going to get into it, but it's just like I can so easily like pull the muscle. It's probably just like inflamed as well, because I've been doing like a bit of heavy lifting today at work, yesterday technically, and that never helps. My hair's gotten quite long, hasn't it? Going back to all of the vlogs in my backlog, because I had fully intended to like edit and upload them all originally, but I have been doing a lot of like thinking recently, a lot of reflecting, because this year has just been quite challenging. I think in the fact that, you know, with my partner having moved in, I think one of the main challenges this year has been learning to live with my partner, and I feel like we are at a happy place with that now. Obviously at the beginning of the year there were like maybe a couple of issues, not that I can really remember them, but they've been resolved now. Like, obviously we do have some issues, like we're a couple, we're gonna have some, but we always like work them out. We don't argue, we don't fight. I mean, we do argue, we bicker, but it's not like big arguments, you know. But I think my main downfall was after April, because I did do Camp NaNoWriMo, and then I ended up editing those weekly vlogs into August. Yeah, so that took a while, and I think since then I've realised that if I want to vlog and get them up at a reasonable time after filming, I should really be editing as I'm filming, not filming for an entire month of like weekly vlogs without any edits and then doing them all, because I think that did really fuck up my timing this year. But going forward, I do really need to start doing that, like filming one day and then editing the next, or even like filming 2 days and then editing, so I can, you know, keep on top of it for the most part. Because yeah, I think this year that's just something I have really struggled to do, just keeping on top of things, and I would love to be better at it, but it is gonna take me some time to get there. It also takes a very long time to edit as well, and I feel like I just never have any time for it. But then there are times when a video edit consumes me and it's all I'm doing, and then I get burnt out from it. I think that's what happened with my moving bedrooms vlog, and then I spend like a couple weeks after the video like uploads, like I've uploaded it for a couple of weeks afterwards. I just don't edit. Tomorrow, because it's the 11th of December now, and I posted my moving bedrooms vlog on the 12th of November, so yeah, tomorrow will be exactly 4 weeks since I uploaded my moving bedrooms vlog, and I currently don't have anything actually edited to go up, because editing just takes so long, and I've been burnt out from my moving bedrooms vlog to the point where I just haven't wanted or haven't been able to do any other editing since. And because of that, I honestly just feel like I need a fresh start. I feel like I need to go into the new year with not like a bunch of like videos that I feel pressured to like edit and upload. So basically, yeah, I'm not going to be uploading those 3 vlogs in my backlog, but you'll definitely see clips of them, but not like the whole entire thing, or like the entirety of one of them, or any of them really, because I want to move forward. I don't want to look back, and I think 2026 will be perfect for that, like a fresh start. 2026 will be the perfect time for a fresh start, for a clean slate. It won't be completely clean, because knowing me, I probably will be editing either this vlog or my week off vlog for my partner's birthday. I will most likely definitely be editing one of them into January, knowing me, but at least that way I can get this one, the week off vlog, done, and then I can still get the what I got for Christmas one up by the end of January, hopefully. I just actually can't believe that it's almost 2026. But going forward with the topic of a fresh start, I've also just been doing a lot more thinking about what I actually want to do, what I want to do with my life, what like my main goals are going to be for 2026. I know I've just talked about editing and how I'd like to be running my channel a little bit better this year, but the other big reason why I wanted to sit down and chat is because I feel like I just need to take a step back from it for a bit. Although saying that, I do know myself and I can't make any promises. I know that it probably won't last for long, like me stepping back from it, but I think it's what I need. It's what I need to try and do. Don't get me wrong, I love vlogging, but doing the editing of it is a lot, and that consumes a lot of my time. But I just want to take some time away to just focus on the things I do actually want to do. You know, writing and music, and I would just love to make them more of a priority going into 2026. Like music and writing, I feel like my main priorities, or going to be my main priorities in the new year. Don't get me wrong though, I do love to edit, but I so badly also just want to write, like so bad. I'd actually like to write a book in 2026, and I can't do that if I'm always editing. So I just want to take most of that time that I'd usually spend editing and actually write a damn book. because I'm a creative person and I express myself through my writing and my music. But it is a bit different when it comes to editing, because I feel like you can't really express yourself with it like as much, like in production, in this sense, you know, as opposed to like fiction, escaping the real world and creating my own. That is the part of it that I absolutely love. I just love being in a different world. I just so badly want to like just be in the world that I have created, escape my real world, and be able to also process all of my feelings in my music as well, because I also love songwriting and I'm always getting like inspiration for like songwriting, but always getting like little tidbits of like melodies, song lyrics, and believe it or not, most of it actually ends up on my phone here. But also I think the other part of it is that sometimes I do feel like this pressure to upload anything. I always feel like I'm doing lifestyle content, and that's not me. It's not the content that I want to be doing. It did start with like writing vlogs, didn't it? And I know there's like a lot of like lifestyle influencers out there, but I think I've just established that that's not the kind of life that I want. That's not what I'm striving for. The life that I've dreamed of ever since I was a child was to have my voice heard and for people to hear me, for people to understand me, and my music has always been the thing that has given me that feeling. But I've not done a lot of it in so long. I feel like if I let go and take a step back from all of this goddamn editing, I feel like my creativity for those things, for writing, for songwriting, I feel like my creativity for them will flourish, and that is exactly what I want. And I think it's also just what I desperately need to do as well, especially after this month is over, because like I said, December sucks, Christmas sucks, I'm stressed. Can I let go of it now? You know, can I forget about it yet? But yeah, I got there in the end. Oh my god, I just actually do feel so much better after talking about everything now, getting everything off my chest. I just feel so much better. I feel like I've lifted like a ton of weight off of my chest, literally. It's been great to be able to just talk about things, talk about my feelings, my like high levels of stress. I feel like they're a bit less because I've talked about it, and I feel better for having done that. But yeah, I just feel so much better, and I have talked a lot, but I do feel like I've addressed everything I wanted to address. I'm a lot less stressed, actually. I might actually sleep well tonight. I've not slept well this entire month. It's only day 11 of this month, but I have not been sleeping very well at all recently. I feel like tonight I might actually sleep well, now that I've just sat down and filmed and talked about things, gotten it off my chest. Oh my god, does it feel so much better. I'm not gonna stop, am I? But like I said, it does feel like a massive weight off of my chest. I've definitely needed to sit down and do this. There's been a lot going on in my mind. I feel like maybe the breakdown over the weekend was because I've not really talked about it. This is literally the way I process all of my feelings, process what's going on up here, just by talking it, saying it out loud, talking about it. It's the way I express it. I let it out. Anyway, I have been filming and talking for way too long, but yeah, I feel so much better now. I've talked about all of this, like December, Christmas, stress, not just that, but like the stress of just everything this year. This is 3 pages. It doesn't look like 3 pages because one of them's double-sided with my video script. And they're going in the bin, because that's what happens after I finish filming with a scripted video. When I finish filming a scripted video, I have gotten everything off my chest that I need to get off my chest. But yeah, I am basically going to be taking a step back from vlogging, sort of like after my what I got for Christmas, after what I get for Christmas vlog video. I was gonna say after that one, I'm probably gonna just relax a little bit, take a step back, do some other things. But knowing me, I will probably want to do like a 2026 reset video where I set goals, reflect on this past year, which has been absolute shambles by the way, and then I'm just gonna go from there. I'm just gonna take it one step at a time and stop worrying so much about like vlogs and actually just focus on my music and writing. That is quite literally going to be my aim for 2026, to just focus on them. Write a book, write some songs. That is absolutely everything, I think. And with that, so I'm going to leave this update, ramble, chat, vlog, whatever you want to call it, here. So yeah, I'm going to leave this vlog here. If you enjoyed this weird rambly chat mess, I don't know what to call it, but make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Also make sure to subscribe down below and ding the bell to be notified for when I next upload, because it's very sporadic, as we all know. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next year, or if we're already in 2026, Happy New Year, I suppose. Bye.